On the live.21pilots website, there's a plug board on the bottom left side of the screen. The words we see under each plug hole for the song lyrics on the new album. We can't see the full plug board, but we can take a closer look at the first line by expanding on one of the televisions. The 11 plug holes on this purple line corresponded to the 11 tracks of Scale and Icey. The wires are there for a reason, as they connect the words from the same song. For example, Modesty connects the cycle, which are the lyrics from Shy Away.
Likewise, if we compare the tracklist of Scaled and Icey to the 11 plug holes, we can see that 4 of them have a wire plugged in. So it's likely that songs 2, 3, 7 and 8 will be released as singles for this new record.
In the Shy Away music video, Tyler says, "When you get home you better recognize the pictures they put in a frame," while creating a frame shape with his finger. Similarly, in the music video for Migraine, Tyler creates the same frame shape while saying, "Please let me paint a mental picture portrait."
It's weird how similar these are, but what could it mean? In Migraine, Tyler is referring to himself imagining something or coming up with an idea. Going off that, in Shy Away, Tyler is saying that they are putting pictures in his own frame. We think that they is referring to NICO and the Niners, so this could mean that NICO is forcing him to do something, or imagine something maybe. Either way, these few lyrics really took a dark turn.
With the release of Shy Away and the announcement of the new album, 21pilots got a new logo. That logo looks exactly like a historical weapon called a sai. It is also a direct reference to the album title Scaled and Icey, which if you abbreviate spells out sai. It has connections to older and newer things. For starters, the logo purposefully looks a lot like the Eases Up logo from Trench era. If you look closely at the video, you will see that at some point there appears to be a glitch in the video, but it's actually 2 versions of the sai logo flashing through the screen. And even the clothes they wear have the sai logo on it. The background of the first scene also features a sai logo, but it's almost like they hide it. And if that's not enough, if you take the first letter of the lyrics "Shed your modesty" and the only thing to leave behind is your own skin on the floor, it spells out sai too.
Throughout the music video for Shy Away, Tyler's constantly seen looking off camera as if he's being directed. In the beginning of the video, Tyler is seen looking at the ground before quickly turning his head as he raises his eyebrows, almost as if someone off to the side is calling for his attention. This happens multiple times throughout the video, with Tyler and Josh appearing to look off camera towards a possible director. This could be hinting towards the music video being directed by the bishops for use as propaganda, similar to the posters released on DEMA.org. Another way they are hinted towards being used for propaganda is that they appear to feel during the video, often coming off as nervous and annoyed.
You can also see this at the timestamp 2:49, where a quick video of Tyler and Josh sitting on the stage appears. The two look miserable, drained, and perhaps even fearful, making it seem as though the two are waiting to be directed behind the scenes, most likely by the bishops. Not only does this indicate that they don't want to participate, but it also could hint at the fact that the two are both stuck in DEMA.
21pilots albums have historically each had their own distinct flavor. In the first posters for the new era, we can see in the bottom right corner a Good Day DEMA logo and are told that this is a production of DMA.org. If you're more than a casual fan, you may recognize this as a throwback to their previous album, Trench. As a reminder, the basic story was that Trench is a metaphorical mindscape, with the bishops from the city of DEMA enforcing a false religion called Vialism. The Banditos were a brave rebel group working to get out of DEMA. Now you can see why fans may be surprised to see who is presenting this album. Let's compare the map of DEMA with these new logos. You can see that the DMA.org logo is from the center of the city, and this other symbol is the outer rings. Now, check out this fine print. It includes a disclaimer that the views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Sacred Municipality of DEMA and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the artist. It doesn't reflect the artist's views? Now what could that mean?
In the lore itself, it's implied we play the role of banditos. That theory fits well with the story until we get to the control room. We can interact with the room itself, but in a very restrictive way. If a bandito were to be there, if they were to have the power to stop everything and help Clancy or Tyler, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't a bandito try to stop those machines from working? Of course, it could just be that we banditos haven't had the chance or that we're working on it. If we are a bandito in the control room, we could be being held captive by DEMA. Another possible theory would be that we're an undetermined identity, simply a perspective, although that wouldn't make as much sense, considering we can interact with the room.
Another possible perspective we are seeing through is a higher being. This could be an unknown character in the lore. We can also see colored buttons with all of the bishop names. It's possible there is an entity that is above the bishops which hasn't yet been revealed. Another possible perspective is through a bishop. Before Live.21 Palace was updated, we could see the outline of a white handprint on the control panel. We know the bishops have white chalk on their hands based off the Trench music video trilogy. Now, the handprint is completely gone. Based off this evidence, it's unclear whose perspective we are looking through as of right now.
At the 33-second mark of the Shy Away music video, you'll see a clear reference to the lyric, "Three lights are lit, but the fourth one's out" in The Judge from Blurry Face. While this reference is cool enough standing alone, its connections to the Shy Away music video and themes that 21 Pilots present are even more interesting.
First of all, the colors of the lights themselves in this shot correlate with the larger color themes with the band. The three lights that are lit give off a neon fluorescent glow that is often shown in imagery of DEMA. The blue tint also lines up with the idea of blue being a sign of defeat, a theme that has been present since the Blurry Face era. Under the light that is out, however, is the phone booth that Tyler uses. This phone booth glows yellow, a color that is associated with the Banditos and hope. Another thing to note is the action of the music video. As we watch Tyler, the video gives off the feeling that he is being watched. The camera work in this scene attributes to that. In the close-up shots of Tyler, the camera is a bit shaky instead of the smoothness we've seen prior, giving it the effect that we are seeing this through someone's eyes. This could relate to the Judge because the Judge is considered to be about Tyler's relationship with religion, with God being the Judge looking over him, deciding his fate.
In the NICO and the Niners music video, Tyler and Josh are seen with the other banditos making music.
This music is a sign of celebration and power over the bishops. Clearly, though, these red-hooded tyrants are aware of this and quickly get annoyed.
Once Josh starts his epic drum solo, NICO quickly becomes alerted of something odd going on in DEMA.
NICO and the rest of the bishops start to march toward the makeshift concert. The banditos most likely hear their footsteps and start to prepare for an escape.
The banditos accidentally leave behind a jacket that two kids find. By the time the bishops arrive, the only people that are left are the kids.
Because of the apparent power of the bishops as found in Clancy's letters, it is safe to assume that NICO and his group have some way of finding out exactly what happened. Perhaps they interrogated these children, but either way, the bishops are well aware of the music played by Tyler and Josh.
Also, in the lyrics, the line, "We will win, but not everyone will get out," refers to Tyler and Josh being captured by the bishops.
And what do they do with Tyler and Josh in captivity, you may ask? Well, the bishops could be attempting to harness the power of music for their gain. After all, if music can be used to rally the banditos, then it should be powerful enough to use as propaganda for the civilians of DEMA.
As the cover of Christmas Saves the Year says, Psy is propaganda. Psy is the experiment the bishops are running to manufacture music.
21 Pilots is known for keeping every detail in mind, so the bishops would have a reason for the capture of the band. This is their attempt at manufacturing music, though sadly they'll never get it quite right.
We noticed that the phone booth was yellow when Tyler called someone. We've been thinking about who he's calling. A few shots later, when he's at the gas station, Josh is there too. We think he might be calling Josh based on this, but he might be calling the Banditos or his family, because his album seems to be more inspired by his family. There are also signs on top of the buildings in the background. One says Saturdays, named after the song on the album, and second one says Nat's Last Stop.
There are a few Easter eggs that come along with this new era. The first Easter egg can be found on the live website when using Inspect Element on the TV that displays Shy Away on the left. Deleting this layer reveals a GIF from the beginning of the jumpsuit music video. The second Easter egg can also be found on the live website when you type in the famous Konami code on your keyboard. Doing so fills your screen with a layer of static. Lastly, chokers can be seen around the necks of Tyler and Josh as promotional material. Theory suggests that these chokers are keeping Tyler and Josh at bay for the bishops. Hopefully we'll learn more about these chokers in their upcoming song called Choker.
Guys, thanks so much for watching, and thank you so much to the team who put all of these clues together. They did the research, they did the editing, they did the recording. They are incredible. Now, I do want to say a quick caveat. A lot of these theories are just theories, and we're going to see 21 Pilots come out with so much more information and so much more stuff and so many more mysteries over the course of the next few weeks. But we're going to treat this basically like scholarly information. We're going to put out some hypotheses, we'll test them, we'll see if they're right or wrong, and then we'll build on the theories of people who came before us. So again, thanks to the crew, with an extra special thanks to Jasper who reached out and got me involved. And don't forget to check out the Obsessed podcast, link down below, where I check out obsessions and passions that drive people crazy. Pretty soon we're going to be doing a 21 Pilots one, but for now there's a Taylor Swift obsession, there's a Lord of the Rings trading card game obsession, there's rapping obsession, lots of crazy stuff. Talk to you guys next time.